Hey everybody, wanted to touch base with you since I had round 5 of my chemo on Monday. Uh, some of you joined the live stream, and I'm going to try to live stream each round of chemo I do every 2 weeks, just so you can see what it's like being in the chemo chair. Did that on Wednesday, not Monday, this week because of the holidays, and I'm currently doing my 46-hour drip at home. I go home with a portable into my port. So the chemo actually is 50 hours total, for about 4 or 5 hours in hospital, and then they hook me up with the 46-hour pump, which I run for 2 days afterwards and have that removed here locally. Don't have to go back down to Seattle, so that's awesome. That will be I'll be done with round 5 after this drip is finished, and so far everything's going well. Some new side effects this time, just in the first day. I'm finding my fingers and arms and legs are a little shaky and just kind of muscularly weak every now and then. Just gets this kind of weakness, which is new. So I'm keeping an eye on that. Not debilitating in any way. So far, the first 3 days, usually when I'm on this pump, side effects aren't too bad because I'm getting some meds as well for nausea and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. So positive vibes. So that's one update I wanted to leave you with. And let me see how much this time is running on this, by the way. 58.3 milliliters remaining. Should be done tomorrow at about noon or 1 o'clock, and then I'll have it removed here locally in Bellingham. Go to the Peace Health, St. Joseph's Hospital, and their short stay removes the pump, and I'm free until 2 weeks for my next chemo appointment. So wanted to fill you in on that. Everything's going well, feeling good, normal fatigue and neuropathy. Speaking of neuropathy, Dervla bought me for Christmas, these incredible gloves. We were using heat packs. My neuropathy affects my fingers and toes or face anywhere, but it's cold triggered. So right now my neuropathy is only triggered when I touch something cold out of the fridge, cold water, even being outside in cold weather. I'll literally get like stinging pins and needles in my fingers and my toes and numbness. And it can be debilitating where you can't even open things or do things. So these gloves, I was using heat packs, just putting in gloves, but they would only warm the palm when they're in the glove. These gloves have, you push this button in and it's heat activated. There's 3 heat levels, hot, medium, and low, red, white, and blue. And they heat the fingertips and everything. So highly recommend. I don't even know what this brand is, but you can find them anywhere. It really has helped when I'm out and about in cold weather because I get right down to the fingers, so I'm good. When my hands are warm, then I don't have the neuropathy. So it's for anybody facing cold triggered neuropathy. See if you can get your hands on or in gloves like this, because it goes right down to your fingertips, and it's really useful and helpful in alleviating those symptoms. So that's the first part of this video. The second part I'm going to leave you, since I've been diagnosed with cancer, I've been doing some challenging myself to open up a little bit more, strengthen relationships I've had with my family and my friends, being more open-minded to things and sharing more and being more open about myself to people. Obviously with this TikTok, I was not an introvert, I was omnivert, I guess. I was good in social situations, but pretty much stuck to myself, didn't share a lot of personal things, might be just a guy thing, just didn't really talk about emotions or feelings or anything. So I'm trying to open myself up to that and connecting with people on a more personal and authentic level, and with myself as well. So to that end, when I was younger, I used to write a lot of poetry, and it started like when I was in 12 or 13, going into high school, just before high school. And I would sit up in my room in New York and put on some music and just sit there and write poems. It was just something I got into. And one of the first poems, if not the first poem I wrote, is one that I still have memorized. It was maybe the only poem in my life that just came out of me. I didn't struggle with lines, and I haven't hardly edited it at all. So I'm going to share that with you as a little treat to open myself up and to share something that's important to my life, and cultivated a love of arts and writing and poetry and music and all kinds of art in my life. So I'm going to share that with you now. I hope you enjoy it. Take it for what it is. Peace. Thanks for all your support. Appreciate you. Here I sit with thoughts in my head, some of the living and some of the dead. As I gaze out the window and see all the trees and the flowers and the whole world built around me, I think for a moment of how it would be to be something else instead of me. I think of a tree and how fun it would be to have children laugh and hold on tight to me. But as I look out the window waking up from the dream, I see a man with an axe in hand and a grin on his face and a pile of wood. And I think for a moment how sad I would be if an axe cut me down if I was a tree. So here I sit, happy I'm me. Peace.